This video is to the Israeli army and everyone who want to know the truth. I wrote many books about this, but the Nazi government deleted all the books. And what I know told is written in Quran also, in the Old Testament and the New Testament. And the storms and plagues will not stop when they not make it. In Jesaja 17 is written, the wars in Syria, what they make now in Damaskus. And I want to speak now about the Heseckiel prophecy, because Heseckiel or Heseckiel in German saw exactly everything when God returned, the temple and water, what Muhammad was also see, and what is written in Apocalypse 22. And Heseckiel wrote about many wars. And when you read Heseckiel 47 is not just about the temple water, is written there how must be look like Canaan before God returned. And the lands are written there in 47 is written at first the temple and the water. And this saw also Muhammad when God returned in Jerusalem, because it's written Allah will return in Jerusalem. It's written by all the prophets. And when God returned, there will be flow of water, a life-giving water. This is exactly written in the New Testament on the end time. On this water, Muhammad was also see the trees are always giving fruits, because the life-giving water make the trees always giving fruits. Is written in the Apocalypse 22 also. And who eat about these trees will heal. And then is written in Heseckiel 47:13, the land, how must we look like the lands. Damaskus and all these things, here is written, will be to the land of Canaan. So, because it's God, Allah will. Canaan belong to God. But it's also written that the Gentiles can also live there, and Israel must accept the Gentiles who want to live there, is written there. And Gentile, what does it mean, Gentile? Gentile is who not believe in God and break the law. But who worship God, Allah, and do the law of Musa is not a Gentile. This nation who worship God and the law of Musa is not a Gentile and can live there in Canaan. But this map with the 12 lands is not exactly the same as an old map, because Canaan will be a little bit greater as the Alpha line. The Alpha line is their fence, but here is written the Territorium that Canaan become greater as now, and they must do it because it's God's Allah will. It's not mean that they must kill all the people there who live in Syria. It's not mean this. But when they want to create a Canaan belong to God. And there is written, before God return, they must buy Canaan, and this land will be called the Holy Land. The Holy Land when God return. And who live there not can break the law. Not can break the law, because it's written by the honored prophets, when Allah God return in Jerusalem, the land will be so as here, and no unclean man can live there, because God Allah is holy, just to do the law. So every Israeli army must study this scripture. I wrote about this. And when they not do it, try to make Canaan so as God Allah will, after this they must build the third temple also, that God can return with all the prophets. And when they not do it, the earthquakes will be bigger and more, and floods, and God will destroy the world. Because God created the world. God created every nation on earth. God created the humans, the people, the animals, the plants, the galaxy, the stars, the moon. And God will return. And when they not allow it and not do God's will, He can destroy the world. And then He build it new with another people. The storms and plagues will not stop when they not do this. Even when I die, the storms will not stop. And I want to more than 20 years spoke with Benjamin about these territoriums, the 12 lands from Canaan and the third temple, but they not listen. And it's very sad when holy people, the Israelites, not want to listen about their own God. Because God sent me, and I wrote many books about this, but the Nazi government, the Hungarian gypsies deleted and tried to kill me because they found me. They hate God, they not believe in God, they are Nazis, and they not allow that I build God's temple because they want to kill God. They told me on telephone that they are Nazis and they hate Jews and religious people, they worship Satan. But God is God, and God can destroy the God's temple and the Satanistic New World Order. And fighting against God who created all the things is impossible. It's impossible. And every man must worship God just because God is God, and when they worship and do this, then the floods and plagues will stop. But when they fight against God, they will die, and they will go after them in Gehenna. And this is a shit game what they make against God. And I cannot tell now everything what God showed me because it's secret things, it's very secret. But the Israeli army must read this chapter from Heseckiel 47, and it's also written in Heseckiel Torah. They make this land, Canaan, it's a holy land, and then they must clean the land 7 years from all the guns and weapons. They must clean the land in 7 years and buy the temple, and then when the land are clean and no guns are there, God will return. It's written in Heseckiel Torah. They must clean the land and from all the guns and weapons because God hates the guns. And it's written in every prophecy. So when they hate me, they hate the Bible and they hate God, and then it's mean that they not belong to God, and then they are Gentiles. Yes, and I wonder Jonathan think about this, because maybe they not know what God wants, but God told me everything. The verse is written, but it's not really God will to create such word just because the USA, the New World Order wanted. It's a question they created now, a new kingdom for the USA, the New World Order, Satanistic kingdom, or they want to create a new kingdom from God who want to return. It's a question. And I question also all the rabbis when they created just the fourth kingdom what Daniel saw and not created a kingdom for God, then this kingdom will be not stand forever. And God showed me not just the temple outside and inside, God showed me also this wars. And the Syria people must understand, and all the Arabic people must also understand, this is Allah will, as Muhammad wrote, that Allah will on the end time return, then the first resurrection begin. Muhammad saw also what Heseckiel saw, the first resurrection, Allah return in Jerusalem in his temple. There is no temple, just a fucking mosque. And Allah will not return in a fucking mosque with more than 144,000 prophets. It's impossible. They must build together Allah's temple, the third temple that Heseckiel saw in Jerusalem. When they not do it, the floods continue everywhere on earth, and then every people will suffer and die. And the territoriums, the lands are written, how big they must be, and it's written the Gentiles can also live in Canaan, who will worship God and His law. It's not mean that now Jonathan and the Israeli army must kill everybody in Syria. They not must be killed there. Hazar Enun is the fencer, the real fencer. And yes, on telephone I just can talk now, just these things that God showed me, or everything. And when they not believe, the floods continue and earthquakes will be more and more. And yes, thank you.